Hi guys, this is Alex and welcome back to Kerbal. We're about to get an intercept with Kerbal. Boom! Okay. Let's get it nice and low. We want to hit the atmosphere really hard. We want to hit nice deep part of that atmosphere. So yeah, this is still being recorded in the same playing session. So I'm just as energetic as I was yesterday. Yesterday for you. Actually, no, not yesterday for you, because this is going to be uploaded. These two episodes are going to be uploaded in the same day, probably. That's what I'm thinking, at least. And like I said, I'm thinking, ooh, let's use the RCS to adjust this. Oh, fine tune it. What do we want to do? Like, not, ooh, that's too deep, much too deep. We want to get lower than that, like 30 kilometers, maybe? Something like that. Alright. Let's head over there and get sped up, actually. No, slowed down. Yes. And sped up. I talked about this before, the whole thing with Joule and stuff. Well, this is kind of the same thing. Oh boy. So yeah, I hate my job. I still hate my job. I haven't left it yet. But, I guess I never really explained why I hate it. Because, logically, I shouldn't hate it. It's weird to explain, because what it is, I think the biggest part of it is that, and I'm gonna say something that I really hate doing. I really hate saying. There are two kinds of customers, and I hate it when people say things like that because people are more complicated than that. But if for the sake of this example, for the sake of explaining this, you could say that there are basically two kinds of customers. There are the customers that understand that Wal-Mart employees don't receive any training, and many of them don't really know what they're doing because they don't receive a lot of training, especially if they're new. Yeah, for anyone watching this, Wal-Mart employees don't get training. Any at all training. Training is you go to the floor and you work. That's your training. We need to point radial for this. We need to get higher than that. So there's the customers that understand that and the customers that don't understand that. Problem with that is it's basically a lose-lose situation, because on the one hand, yeah, the customers that understand that you haven't been trained and that, like, there are so many aspects of your job that, there are so many aspects of just being an employee that you don't understand because no one ever told them to you. Like, seriously, I was working the register for, like, weeks until I found out that, produce actually has numbers that you can type in. Like, you don't have to manually search for whatever it is in this little search thingy. You can actually just type in the numbers and it just enters it in. I was working there for weeks before I found out because no one told me. No one told me how to do that. And it's such a fucking basic thing. It's so basic. Like, how could they just not tell me that? So yeah, people that work at Wal-Mart don't get any training at all, and that's not their fault, that's management's fault. So, yeah. But the problem is, if a customer understands that, it really feels like they think less of you. Like they go there expecting you to not know how to do your job. Like, they expect you to be, like, incompetent and have no clue what you're doing. So, yeah, on the one hand, they understand you, they understand your position. But on the other hand, it feels like they kind of think you're an idiot. There we go, hitting the atmosphere. So, that doesn't really feel too good. And then on the other hand, there are the customers that don't understand that, and that doesn't feel too good because they expect you to know every goddamn thing about the entire fucking store. And it's like, oh, where do you keep, I don't fucking know. I can't even think of something. Because if I could think of it, I would know where it was. Where do you keep these tiny little whatchamacallits that you've never heard of? I don't even know. I think the worst part is when I worked in electronics, people would always ask, oh, do you have such and such movie in stock? And it's like, I don't know if we have that in stock because there is no organization whatsoever to the movies. They have us change the location of the movies every single week. I kid you not, every single week the movies get rotated around so that they're in completely new positions. And the worst part of it is there is no way to look up where they are. Everything else, almost everything else in the store can be looked up. Somehow. You can look up and find where it is. Not movies. The one thing that you always need to look up cannot be looked up. So the only way to find where a movie is to go into the movie section and look for it. That's it. If you're lucky, someone has been stocking the movies that day and might just remember where something was. If you're lucky. But other than that, nope. You're fucked. And we're fucked because we went too far into the atmosphere. Yeah, we haven't even hit periaps yet. Reload. All right. Gonna have to be higher than that. But yeah, that's the thing. I had one time, like, oh, jeez, no. We want to go deeper than that. Something like that is good. Something like that is good. I had one customer one time who wanted to know about the laptops, and we have like a dozen laptops. And he wanted to know, like, he specifically wanted to know what CPU one of the laptops had and how it compared to the CPUs of the other laptops. Here's the thing. There are entire websites dedicated to comparing CPUs, and I know very little about the different brands. I could, you know what? No, I'm not even going to try to go into how certain CPUs compare to other CPUs. Like, there's so much, like, I'm sure someone like Tangy, for instance, Tangy knows so much about computers, would know, like, exactly, oh, this CPU completely dwarfs this one, and this one is comparable to this one. He would know that kind of thing. Me, no. And I have an A+ certification. Okay? Most of the people that work in electronics don't have an A+ certification. It's just a basic certification, but most people that work in Wal-Mart electronics don't have that. So, that's the thing. I don't even know that. You would be hard-pressed to find most people in electronics that, at least Wal-Mart electronics, that can tell you in depth what the individual CPUs, how they compare to the other ones. And this guy's like, you don't seem to know shit. Like, he didn't say that, but he basically implied it. Can you get someone who is smart? And I'm like, fuck you. Like, if you knew goddamn fucking anything, you would know that it's fucking hard to compare this shit. Like I said, there are entire websites dedicated to comparing CPUs. There are literally thousands out there. Thousands? There must be. There must be. Same thing with graphics cards. I mean, graphics cards are a bit easier, but I mean, there's just so many different brands. Like, I can't, and I'm not like. That's the thing. I never planned to like go into electronics as a career. And they don't. And here's the thing. This guy said, you know, if it was my job, I would put a little more effort into it. I get paid minimum wage, jackass. No, I'm not even kidding. Minimum wage. Okay, it wasn't... Okay, it's a little bit higher than minimum wage, but it's pretty close. Yeah, because my wage actually went down when they moved me up front. But yeah, it's like I get paid minimum wage, and at the time I was working full time. I had barely had enough time to do anything but work, sleep, and do these videos. It's like, no, I don't have time to sit there and fucking study. I don't have time to sit there and fucking study the literally hundreds of products that we sell in electronics. Electronics alone has hundreds of products. I don't have time to sit there and study every individual product in depth while I am off the clock. And there's no time to study it while you're on the clock. They don't give you that kind of time because they don't want you to. They want you to stock things. They want you to help customers, even if you can't help the customers because you don't know shit. Okay, that worked a bit better. So yeah, basically there are two types of customers. The customers that know that you don't get trained for this job and, you know, you're going to fucking Walmart. What do you expect? And then there's the customers that expect Walmart to be fucking Wegmans. 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 If you don't know what Wegmans is like... Wegmans is basically like the best grocery store ever. I've never been to one, but I kind of hope I get to go to one sometime. They were rated... I'm not sure if they're still rated as this, but I think at one point they were rated as the best company to work for in the world. They're a grocery store, by the way. Like, people go out of their way to go there. Like, people will actually drive from other cities to go there. So, yeah. Don't expect that from Walmart. Okay, Walmart... People need to understand, you go to Walmart for one thing, low prices. And I'm sorry if your experience there is shitty, but you get what you pay for. You gotta understand that. I had one guy once, came up to my register, rang him up, and he tried to pay for it. His credit card didn't go through. And he was like, you know, I'd try another card, but I had the worst shopping experience of my life because I went back to electronics and I asked a lady for help and she wouldn't help me because she was on her lunch break. And it's like I said to him, oh yeah, I'm sorry that happened to you. I'll tell a manager about it. I'll let them know that that's a real problem. I never told fucking anyone. She was on her lunch break. I mean... You expect someone to help you while they're off the clock? Really? Most customers, if you tell them, oh, you could even tell a customer, oh, I'll help. Oh, I'm on my lunch break, but I'll help you anyway. A lot of times they'd be like, oh no, you don't have to do that. You're on your lunch break. I'll find someone else. It's okay. Like, you could actually insist that you help them, and they would just not even let you help them. Like, most customers are like that. But, like, then insisting that someone goes out of their way to help you while they're not being paid. You don't get paid while you're on your lunch break, by the way. Like, no, I'm not going to tell a manager that someone didn't help you because they were on break. No. No. So yeah, there are customers like that. And again, I'm sorry he wasn't helped, but it's not the lady's fault that she was on break. I don't know. I'm rambling at this point, but I'm kind of okay with it. Because I'm getting to vent a lot of what I've felt over these past few months just working at this place. Ugh. I'll tell you one thing. I will say this. There's this sort of perception out there that Walmart customers are like the worst customers in the world. For one thing, I've been told that that's actually not true. That customers that go to like higher quality places are actually worse because they expect better service, which means they tend to complain a lot more. I had a professor that used to be a manager at Publix, and he basically told us that people who go to Publix would complain a lot if the line at customer service was really long, but no one complains about that at Walmart, because you go to Walmart, you expect the line at customer service to be long. You go to Publix, you don't expect it. So when it is long, you complain. So, yeah, apparently people at Walmart are actually not as bad as the people at other places. Nevertheless, that perception out there remains. And I just want to say, the vast majority of the customers that I've encountered were actually really nice. Like, a lot of times they would actually go out of their way just to be nice, pleasant people. You know, I've had a lot of assholes. I'm not going to pretend like I haven't. But they're few and far between, is what I'm saying. Like, there aren't nearly as many assholes as there are just good, decent people. So, I mean, for all the complaining I do, like, the complaining is, like, they're 1 in 100, at least. At least. Oh god, not even that. More like 1 in 1,000. Like, I don't even expect to encounter someone like that on a daily basis. I must ring up like over 100 customers a day. Which, by the way, if you go to Walmart and like you recognize a cashier, don't expect them to recognize you. I'm just saying, like, I'm not the kind of guy that can remember every single face that I see. And I'm not joking when I say I see over 100 customers a day. Okay? A day. So if I saw you like a week ago, that's like 700 people ago. Okay, not that many. More like 500. I don't work 7 days a week. But yeah, like, just no. Could not even remotely remember you. And it's not because I don't care, it's just my brain can't handle that kind of information. Like, it's just not possible for me to remember that many people. Holy crap, we've almost been going for 20 minutes. We gotta get to the station. Alright, Let's see, station's way over there. Lovely. Alright. Gonna need to put that there. Yeah, that's not gonna change much. Alright, what if I do this? No. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to do this. 51 seconds. God. I got 51 seconds to design this node. Assuming I'm even going to use it, which I'm not going to, because I have to do another orbit. Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay, so what we want to do is go up there. And honestly, I don't know if it's unprofessional to talk about customers I've had. I'm not naming any names. Not that I would know any names. Yeah, I'm not naming any names, but that's not because I don't want to. I don't want to, though. I would never give someone's identity away on the internet. That's just not right. Like, that's just wrong to me. That's just something you don't do. To me, you just don't do things like that. But I mean, oh my god. I remember... Oh, fuck. That's going into the atmosphere. Okay. Let's see. Let's start out by doing this. Start out by doing this. Yeah, I forgot we need to get our orbit out of the atmosphere. Okay. Okay, so let's make sure that's all nice and good, and it's not anymore. That's okay. There, that's about as precise as we're gonna get it. Alright, quick save. Oh, ooh, okay, careful. Okay, coming nice and low. And swinging back up. Alrighty then. 5, 4, 3, 2. Alright, minute 54 second burn. Got it. Got it. Is that really how long it's gonna be? Yeah. Shit. I wasn't expecting it to be that long. But, okay. We'll do it then. I think this will actually work fairly well for us because it'll bring us pretty close to the station's orbit. So this will be pretty good, I think. All right. So yes, going to be very glad to leave my job. I figure no matter what happens, I either get a job here or I get a job back home, but thing is, I had pretty much already decided that let's see, my lease is up in June, August, something like that. So I kind of figured, I doubt I could afford much on my current wages. So I kind of figured if that time were to roll around and I had not found a new job, that I would just move back in with my parents and try to find something back there. Because I wouldn't be able to afford like an apartment or anything on my current salary. So it's like, I just gotta move back there anyway. So I kind of figured, like, I have enough money saved up. Why don't I just quit my job now, and it'll make job searching a lot easier because I'll have more free time to search for jobs. Like, that's one of the reasons I haven't found anything. I haven't been able to apply anywhere because I haven't had any free time. Yeah, I have any free time. Oh boy, I talk goodly. There we go. All right. So, I don't have an encounter. All right. Well, I guess let's just try, like that was supposed to give me an encounter. Sending node, okay, let's point that away. I guess it will at some point. I think it's in the next orbit. Well, let's adjust our orbital inclination first so that we're nice and in line with it. We wouldn't want to shoot right past it after all. And so yeah, I kind of just figured, like, if I don't... Like, why don't I just take the money I got and I'll, try to find a job. If I can't find one, I'll just move back in with my parents and I'll try to find a job back there. Works for me. This was supposed to give us an intercept, wasn't it? It doesn't seem to have done that. Why did you lie to me, game? Why would you do that? It lied. It lied, it lied, it lied. The game is cheating me. It's cheating me. It's a dirty, dirty cheater. It's a dirty, dirty cheetah. Let's see, if we go there... Okay, that's kind of a weird thing to show me. Alright, you better not be lying this time. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. Alright, so that's where we need to be pointed. For 3, 2, 1. Alright. Okay. Alright, just burn full throttle. No reason not to. Whew. I hope I don't exhaust all of my energy. I'm not talking about my ship, I'm talking about me. Because I like this, I like having all this energy. Which is weird, because I was super, super tired when I got home. Like, incredibly tired. So when I got home, I just collapsed on the bed. And I slept from like... I don't know when. 9 to 12, I think. Something like that. And I figured I was just gonna go to sleep for the night. But it didn't happen, because I woke up at 12 because I set an alarm clock so that I would wake up, because I wanted to call my mom, because she likes for me to call every night. So okay, I called my mom, and I tried to sleep again. I couldn't sleep. So now I'm here. So I don't know if my excess energy is because I'm just feeling really good, or if it's actually because I'm mildly sleep deprived. It could be either or at this point. Because I know there's a point when I'm so sleep deprived that I'm just incredibly tired that, I get to a point where my body is just running on adrenaline, and at that point I actually get more energy, because it's like this, this sudden just, this, like, surge of adrenaline flooding through my veins. So it's like my heart's attempt to just keep me awake, it just floods my brain, my brain with adrenaline. Yeah, it floods my body, my veins with adrenaline, in a desperate attempt to keep me from falling asleep. And I just get this sudden surge of wakefulness. And it lasts for a few hours, and then I just completely collapse. So I don't know if it's that, because I am quite tired. I haven't gotten a lot of sleep the last few days, and we are about to encounter this thing, and that thing is gonna slow our frame rate down to nothing. Just like it always does. Oh, you know, we're back home when we load up the station, and it takes forever. Such a not smooth transition. That's okay. Frankly, I still blame my graphics card for that. May also be partially because of the texture pack. I've kind of been wondering if some of it's because of that, but then again, I get like 30 frames per sec. I get like 30 frames per second everywhere else, so I don't know. But maybe it contributes to it. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm sure a lot of it's just because so many parts on the station, the game has to render so much stuff and apply physics and whatnot to just all of this huge heap of junk. It's not a heap of junk. I love my station. I love it to death. It's like a refueling depot. It's like a rest stop in between Kerbal and other places. It's our little interplanetary rest stop. That's what it is. I really do love it. I really do love it. I just wish I could get a better frame rate. Oh, I gotta get a new graphics card sometime. I seriously do. I wonder if I can lower the graphics settings. I never even considered that. I'm not sure it would do too much with the texture pack. Well, I don't know. I think I've probably considered that in the past, and like it didn't do anything or something. Okay. Now we gotta set that Clampatron as our target. Let's come to a stop. We'll come to a nice, good stop. There we go. I'm not sure. I'm sure I've probably mentioned this in the past, but RCS is really just supposed to be for like maneuvering your craft, like adjusting, like which direction your craft is facing and whatnot. But you can use it to actually adjust your orbit, just like regular fuel. In fact, you kind of have to be careful if you have the RCS turned on and you're trying to adjust your orbit very delicately. Like, just turning your craft can actually end up changing your orbit, because it's applying thrust to your craft. It's not just rotating it like the SAS reaction wheels do. Alright, we battle on. We bow 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 bow. Bow 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 bow. Framing on the frame. Okay. What I was trying to say was, are we about aligned with this thing? I guess we are. Look at that. Look at that. Look at it. Aren't you glad you watched this? See that amazing 8 FPS cutting edge technology there? It is literally 8 frames per second right now. Alright. Let's get docked with this thing. Oh shit! We've been recording for almost 40 minutes. I've just been rambling just like I did in the last video. Oh well. Well, we'll dock. Good lord. When I talk, I get fewer things done. Oh. But I like talking. I like talking to you people. You're lovely, lovely people, and I love talking to you. But I have to learn to shut up. Because apparently, when I talk too much, it takes up the whole episode. Oh boy. So, in today's episodes, we accomplished what should have been accomplished in one episode. Alright, now I gotta focus so I can't talk anyway. Oh lord. Oh lord. Oh, I can't control this thing. Oh no. This isn't good. This isn't good. Well, I can control it. It's just, it's so laggy. Oh, it's incredibly difficult to control with this, like this. It's just, the FPS is horrible. And again, I don't know if part of that might be because I'm recording it. Oh boy, it just jumped up 1 frame per second. Part of that might be because I'm recording it. I think once I cut the recording, oh geez, it's not aligned. Alright. Well, here's what we're gonna have to do. Oh, that's why. It's not turning, it's out of power. That's why it's not rotating. Duh! God damn. Talk so much I don't notice the fucking incredibly obvious reason why this thing isn't working right. Okay, now it works great! Okay. Alright, we need to do that. A little bit. Okay, that's the wrong way. Also the wrong way, so we want to go that way. Oh, that's lovely. That is quite lovely. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Ooh, love it, love it, love it. Thank you. Oop. Okay, oh, fuck. Okay. Okay. Are we on top of it? Oh, stop it. There we go. Oh, now we are, I think. There we go. I'll just magnet over to it. Or we will eventually. Come on! Powered by magnets. I love it. Alright. Well... Okay, what do we got? We got some fuel in here still. Oh god. Oh, okay. We got a little bit of fuel. A little bit. Not enough to refuel it, I don't think. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh. That's okay. I said before, I'm going to refuel this station in between episodes. So I'm not sure if I'm going to entirely refuel it or just refuel it a little bit. But whatever I end up doing, it's going to be between episodes, so you guys won't have to watch all that, because we've seen plenty of refueling in this series. We don't need more. Oh, good. A little bit more fuel. Not enough, but a little bit more. Wait, does this thing have fuel in it? Oh, yes. Well, in that case, we're totally refueled then. Yeah. No need to worry about anything else for the time being. All right. So this has been a pretty successful episode. Even though we accomplished very little. We accomplished our return trip, but we haven't yet. We have, but we haven't. Because we still need to get them down to the ground. We're actually just going to send one person down. We don't need to send the whole crew. We're going to send one pilot, and then if we need to send anyone down for them to get experience, we're going to do that as well. And look at this! Our reputation's in the green again! Was it that way last time? I think it might have been that way last time. But either way, that's very good for us. What have we got here? Form temperature scan to Val. Seismic surveys, science data. Satellite station. Surface outpost, okay. So our only missions that we have active right now are to explore Elu and Tylo. I think we'll probably do Elu next. Because that's one that I can calculate fairly well. Because the landing shouldn't be too hard because Elu's fairly small. Tylo, on the other hand, is very large, and the landing is going to be very difficult. Tylo is going to be the most difficult landing in the game. And I've never landed there before, so I have a lot of planning to do for that one. Elu is going to be a fairly easy landing, which means there aren't going to be too many variables that I have to worry about. I don't need to give myself too much wiggle room with the landing. But basically what that means is that it'll be easier to get to it because I can calculate things a bit smoother. The delta V calculations won't be... They'll be more accurate, I think. Basically, I'm saying I think it'll be an easier mission. So, in the next episode, we'll actually... what we're going to do then is we're going to get these guys back. And, wait, before we do that, let's figure out who we're going to send back. 46 minutes! We've been recording for 46 minutes! Alright, no, screw it. We'll figure that out in the next episode. So, I'm going to end this one here. So, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. And until next time...